going to take a look at setting up the MQTT web server. And first, we're going to make sure the IoT port has a static IP address assigned to it. And then the connection to the PC, we're going to make sure that network adapter has a static IP in the same range as well. And lastly, we're going to have our TT2243 IO-Link sensor connected to port 1. Okay, so here we are in the web subscribe. We're going to set up the MQTT topic. So please note here, we put in our IP address /web/subscribe, and that will get us connection to this web server. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the plus button on the right there. We're going to set up the first counter. Next, and then we're going to do PDN for the topic, and we're going to click on search for. All right, so here's the process data in for all 8 ports on my master. I'm just looking at port 1, so we're going to check that off, and I'm going to hit next. This here is asking for us first to assign a consumer ID. As long as it's greater than 0, we're good. We'll toss in a 1. Let's see here. We need the IP address that we're pointing at where the MQTT broker is installed. So in my case, my network adapter is 192.168.0.111. So the port for MQTT is 1883, and we're going to change my topic here to be port 1 temp, and then finish. All right, so this sets up the topic. We need to go to parameter next, and we're just going to change how quickly that updates. So the timer 1 interval, we're going to change this. I'm going to change to 500. And if we hit the little pencil here, we're now updating that topic every 500 milliseconds. Okay. Now, if we have our MQTT set up correctly, we should be able to come over here and we should be able to I made a local host connection. You can click plus, mine's called local host, and the local host is a 127.0.0.1. Now you want to make sure that the validate certificate is not turned on. All right, if you hit the save button, it'll save the topic here to the left for you, and we're going to click on connect. All right, so we are in the MQTT Explorer, and we'll see that because we set up everything correctly and modified the files with admin rights, etc., that we now see the MQTT topic coming from the master. And if we take a look over here underneath the values section, we can see that right here we have our data coming in from PDN port 1. All right, so let's then quickly just take a look and see how do we have to parse that data, because that is a hex string and we're going to need the byte map. So if we come to our website, go to the datasheet page for any one of the IO-Link sensors, click downloads, and then come down underneath IODD downloads. We can then click on the PDF IO-Link interface description link. It's going to open up a document for us. You'll find the process data input and a byte map for it. In this case, it's pretty straightforward. We have 2 bytes of data that the value is going to be read across. The unit is going to be in Fahrenheit, and when we're done pulling this data through, we just need to multiply by this 0.1 gradient to get the true Fahrenheit value. So let's go back into MQTT Explorer. We'll open up the calculator in programmer mode under Windows. And all we need to do, let's see, my latest value is 02FO. So FO. And so we're looking at 75.2 or thereabouts, as you can see on the display. Rating 75. That's all right. Oh, there we go. Just updated. So let's do 2EF 75.1. Okay, there we go. So this is how we'd parse the data. So MQTT Explorer is a nice way of viewing the data. It's going to be the same with any client that you have that subscribes to the topic. We're just pulling out that hex string value, and then on the client side, we need to parse this data up based off of the IODD PDF bytemap. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.